What is happening, buddy? This is Cody, aka DFS Project, coming to you live on this huge 13-game NBA slate for tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is Wednesday, the 30th. So before we can always like button for me, definitely subscribe. That always helps me out a ton. So, like I said, we have a huge 13-game slate. So we're just gonna go and hop right into it with Philly at Cleveland. On the Philly side, Joel Embiid, he is back. So at 11-4. I don't mind it. This is a decent matchup for him. He's gonna see good minutes, obviously. This is a good matchup. Like I said, it's hard to not like him. No James Harden, no Tyrese Maxey though. So I think Tobias Harris and D'Anthony Melton are a little bit too expensive now, along with Shake Milton. Um, Especially with just Joel Embiid back. It takes away from these guys like Milton, like Harris. Just takes away the usage. Paul Reed and Montrezl virtually out of the rotation for me, or not out of the rotation, but out of play for me. All right, looking at the Yang, this team is kind of just a meh cross-off team. We're gonna have a lot of that on this just because of how big it is. So there's gonna be some games where we don't get nothing from, or there's gonna be some teams where I just X off completely. So it's just kind of how it is because of how big this slate is. It's 13 games. It's not a three-gamer like we have tonight where you're going to kind of mix and match certain pieces that you're not going to really feel confident in, but you're going to have to play them. So on this type of slate, you don't really have to do that. But on the Cleveland side, Donovan Mitchell, 8-9. It's just there for me. Along with Darius Garland. No Jared Allen and no Kevin Love, though. So I don't mind going to Evan Mobley. This is a bad matchup for him, though. Karis LeVert, no thank you at 4-8. That's just been awful for this Cleveland team. Dean Wade, meh. There's just not a lot in this game I like. Atlanta and Orlando. Oops. On the Atlanta side, this team should be fully healthy other than Bog. Possibly. He might be back. I think he's doubtful though. Well, he won't play. But Trae Young, 9-7. Dejounte Murray, 8-8. This is gonna be a blowout for the Hawks. It should be at least. It should be an easy game. Clint Capella and Okongwu are going to still split minutes. John Collins, 5-7. Just not a lot. I mean, you can go to Trae Young. You can go to DeJounte Murray. I wouldn't blame you, but again, it's just not really something I'm wanting to play. Like, it's just meh. On the Orlando side, though, Mo Bamba is questionable. We need to watch his status. If he's out, along with Wendell Carter Jr., if he leave, Carter Jr. should be still out. Yeah, he's still out. I'm gonna get to some Bull at 7-2. I don't mind going to him. So if you want to look at like I said, Bull, I don't mind him whatsoever. Banchero 8-2 is not bad either. And Winder 7,000 is a fill-in option. Cole Anthony, though, at 5-9. This is where it gets interesting. He's playing. So I want to see what his minutes are going to be in his first game back. Also, Markel. So we'll see how that goes. This is where it gets pretty freaking fun. This is where you're going to find some value. Because right now, all that's on the Heat is Bam, Lowry, Drew Smith, and Udonis Haslem. So this is where it's going to get tricky. What is happening with this Heat? I don't know. It's a bomb. It's a. I don't even know how to explain it. This is just crazy to me. It's hard to not love any, hard not to like any of this team because I'm gonna get to a ton, depending on what happens. I'm gonna get to a freaking ton of this team. So go ahead and lock in Bam. Go ahead and lock in Kyle Lowry. It's how it's gonna be. Just play him and move forward. On the Boston side, though, as a run back, Jaylen Brown is questionable. If he's out, I'm going to get to a lot of Jason Tatum. I'm going to slide Jason Tatum in here also. I'm going to like a lot of them. I'm going to like a lot of Jason Tatum. I'm going to get all my value from the Heat and just kind of move forward. Walking the Knicks on the Milwaukee side, Giannis is okay at 12-4 if you can fit him in. Drew Holiday's there for me. Bobby Portis, man, I'm not going to fall for the trap of Grayson Allen after he hit a 44-point finishing game. Look at his field goals. He went 7 for 8 for 3-point. That's what he does. On other nights, he goes 1 for 6 or 1 for 3. It's just how it is. That's how it is. I don't trust it. On the Knicks, this rotation's a mess. I know Julius Randle's having a game right now. It's just this rotation's all over the place with Quentin Grimes, with Hartenstein, with Robinson. I just don't really want any part of this team. If I do get to somebody though, it would be Mitchell Robinson at 4-5. I think that is still too cheap. Washington and Brooklyn on the Washington side. Brad Beal 8-7. Not really getting to him. Porzingis 8-5 is okay in this matchup. Kyle Kuzma 8-3s is there for me. The rest of the team is out of play. I'm not getting to the rest of the team. On the Brooklyn side, Ben Simmons is out. So that's where this also gets kind of interesting. TJ Warren's, I believe, will be back on December 2nd. I believe it was December 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, December 2nd. He'll be back, so I will throw in this rotational loop. But with no Ben Simmons, I'm going to like a little bit of Royce O'Neal at 5-4. I don't mind going to Seth Curry either. Those would be two options I do like. I don't mind going to Nicholas Claxton either at 5-8. So I know that only leaves you 3-5, but there's going to be value. I promise there's going to be value. Spurs and OKC on the Spurs side. Socon is out, so we might get some of Doug McDermott if there's no Bates Diop. I might go to some McDermott, to be honest with you. I kind of like it. I kind of like getting to him. So we'll throw it in. But anyways, on the Spurs, Devin Vassell, 7-7's meh. Kellen Johnson's okay. Oh, Jacob Pirtle's out. Also, how did I miss that? Okay, so if there's no Jacob Pirtle, then that's going to lead me to go to Zach Collins a little bit more. Swap out that. Give me Zach Collins at 4-5. I like that. I like that a lot. On the OKC side, SJ is questionable. So if he's out, we're going to get to a lot of Josh Giddey. So we could do this instead. Let's go to Josh Giddey. I like that. I like that a lot. The rest of the team's out of play. You know how it goes on the Thunder. It's kind of the same as Dallas. If there's no SG, I'm locking and loading with Josh Giddey easily. Pretty easy for that. Toronto and the Pelicans. On the Toronto side, it's a good matchup. It's just everybody's healthy. Everybody's going to be playing. Siakam, Van Fleet, Barnes, OG, Boucher, Trent. Just X off the team, pretty much. On the Pelican side, Brandon Ingram's out. I believe he should be out. Yeah. CJ McCollum's questionable. So if he's in, I believe he will be in because it was COVID-19 protocols. So he should be in fact playing. If he's out for some reason, I'll get to some Jose Alvarado at 4-9, but just keep that in mind. Memphis and Minnesota. On the Memphis side, no Bane. Brooks is questionable. If you want to play Jaw, you can. If you can have enough value. If you don't, you don't. It's just the rest of the team is meh to me. On the Minnesota side, though, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So, this is where it kind of gets difficult because I like Rudy Gobert now. So if you want to swap Bam and go to Rudy, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. So keep that in mind. You can go to Bam or you can go to Rudy Gobert. I like either one. I don't mind going to Anthony Edwards either at the 8,000 price tag. With no Karl-Anthony Towns. We might get some more of Kyle Anderson at 3-8. I don't mind that either. So Houston and Denver on the Houston side. Full team's healthy. Jalen Green and KPJ are priced okay. Singin's always in play at 6-8. Eric Gordon to show himself. Jabari Smith is all over the place. On the Denver side, kind of a similar story. Kind of just all okay plays. If I get the Jokic, I get the Jokic. If I don't, I don't. Jamal Murray 7-2s still priced in the 7Ks. I liked it when he was on under 7K. Aaron Gordon is there for me, just there. Clippers in Utah. On the Clippers side, we need to kind of wait and see what's going to happen with tonight's rotation. So I could get to some more of Reggie Jackson or Norm Powell. I don't mind those two price tags. On the Utah side, Mike Conley's out, I believe. Yeah. So I'm going to get some Colin Sexton, 5-4. I like that a ton. I like Colin Sexton here. Warren Watkins okay at 7-9 in the smash spot. Again, I like Colin Sexton the most. And then let's go to Chicago and Phoenix on the Chicago side. Whole team's healthy. So you know what that means? Big X. Big X. Moving forward. Phoenix, Devin Booker's 10,000. Okay matchup. Not really my favorite. DeAndre Ayton in this spot. I don't really like this matchup for him either. If I get to some campaign, I get to some campaign at 6-6. It's just I liked it when the price tag was cheaper. And then last two games to wrap up this huge slate up. Indiana at Sacramento. So Tyrese Halliburton 9-5 in this fast-paced matchup. I like that. I like Miles Turner here at 7-6. Buddy Hield's okay at 6-2. Benedict Mathurin at 5-6. Man, Nembhard with a huge shot with the game winner. I like seeing that. That was great for him. But I'm not playing him. On the Kings, whole team's healthy. So De'Aaron Fox is okay as a spin up. Keegan Murray 3-8 is just what is going on with him. He just has not looked well. He has not looked good at all. That's the only problem. He just has not looked good, even though he's getting minutes. Last game to wrap up this huge slate out. Portland. On the Portland side, give me some Simons at 8-2. Give me some Wenzel at 4-6. I love Wenzel here at 4-6. That's one of my favorite plays. It's definitely what I'm locking and loading. The Lakers. Big news is Anthony Davis and LeBron James to wait and see what's going to happen with them. So this is kind of where I'm going with my lineup. You just had the forward spot left for 7,100 left. It's kind of what I'm liking. So, that wraps up the slate for us, though. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great safe rest of the night. Have a good one, everybody.